Just like that, I'm back. If you watched the last video, you saw me doing some testing here. I am actually back to do some more testing, but because I tweaked the box a little, so I want to try some new features. But honestly, today is just I want to find gold. It was a stressful week. This is the best way to burn off any stress. It's just amazing to be on the water. So that's the goal today. Just put to as many buckets as I can, trying to get some gold. But it's already a win. I can already feel my stress level going down. Just show you. That's where I was digging last time. I may go up for the first half hour. I think I'm gonna do some just test pans. Got some nice rocks right here. I might try testing right there, but mostly I want to get. I don't know if you can see. It's a nice little small inside bend, and it's a long inside bend going around that way. So I want to go down there and just test some more. But once I find some good flakes in the pan, then I'll just set up and just really start running some buckets. I know there's some gold up there because I got it last time. Like I said, I want to just a few pans in here and just nothing crazy. I might try over on this other side. But like I said, probably half hour, 45 minutes, just trying different spots. And then I'm just going to go for it. Just try to run like 4 or 5 buckets worth. It is overcast. I get some rain on and off, so hopefully I don't get washed out. But I get rain gear. I don't plan on leaving. I'm here all day. So let's get to it. I want to find some gold. Oh, and on a side note, I just want to stress this. Some states, if anything other than a pan needs a permit, New Hampshire is no different. I actually had to get a permit to run this gold box here. I don't agree with it. Basically, anything 5 horsepower gas dredge or smaller requires a permit to use. And I get a little 500 gallon per hour electric pump, and I'm linked in with that big gas dredge. But it is what it is, so I did have to get a permit. Luckily, they put them online this year, so it makes it easier. But just to let you know, I am legal. Every state's different. Check your laws. I hate to see somebody buy one of these gold boxes and can't use it in their state. So just always double check the laws. But I just wanted to point that out quick. But let me get some panning in and see where I'm going to start the day. Bingo. Found the spot. Very good. 10 pieces in there. That was just one pan. You can see. I tried in front of that rock. That's hard to tell from this far away. And that rock got a few specks. Went over there. Got a few more specks. Now I'm on the long inside bend. Did one dig and I was able to get that. There's a glare. Just get rid of that. There we go. I mean, they're not huge, but that's a good sign. It's time to break out the gold box. Alright, I got my first bucket. I started out with the 3/8 classifier, that black one. But that one sucks. It doesn't fit this bucket well. That's just a cheapo I had. I really need to make another one out of metal. So I switched to the 1/4 inch material, which I want to do anyways because I want to run this faster. But I got everything set up. I think I got a good pressure. Right now, it seems like it's clearing out good. I got about this much material right here. You can probably see the line. And I'm just going to run it through, and hopefully that wasn't just a top layer of fluke that I found those pieces, because I got down about a foot and I actually started hitting clay, and that's actually really good. That means any gold over the years, it always wants to settle down, but when it hits clay, it stops. So if there's any gold in this area that worked its way down, it would have hit that clay layer and got stuck right there. The one cool thing about this box, it actually breaks up clay. I was actually surprised. If you can get it in the hopper, because of the 90-degree bend right here, it actually acts like a chopping motion and actually breaks those chunks of clay up, and it disintegrates it into like a silt coming out of the box. So I was actually surprised that it actually did that. I mean, obviously you still got to get it down the hose. If it's a big clump, it's not going to work, but The smaller pieces would get down there and get chopped up and broken out into a silt. Any gold would just settle out in the box. Kind of a weird benefit I wasn't planning for and didn't expect, and it ended up working really good. I'm not saying run pure clay through this, but if you start hitting some pockets and stuff, usually clay is the worst thing to put in a gold prospecting equipment, but this thing will chew it up. So let me get to this. I'll finish this bucket, then I'll show you the results. The new tray looks like it's cleaning out good and filtering. I'm not seeing anything in it yet. I'll bring you, right before I clean it out, I'll let you see it actually processing in here. Maybe see some of the changes I've made. But let me get to this, because I don't know if that's thunder or a jet, but it's getting really cloudy, and my day might get really short right now. I'm going to try to tough it out as long as I can. But this is so enjoyable. If you notice, one of the perks of this thing, and I purposely did this, is you can run this sitting down. Any fold-out chair, it's a perfect height to drop the stuff in. Anybody who's done gold prospecting, especially panning, I just did 6 pans in a row and my back is already sore from bending over in the river. Panning isn't that fun. So the more comfortable you are, the longer you're going to do something. I could do this all day long. I can just put a scoop in, enjoy the scenery. As you can see all around me, this is so peaceful. I'm on a road, but maybe a car comes by every half hour. It's perfect. This is the way gold prospecting should be. Nice, easy, comfortable, but you can still run a good amount of material if you really want to get through some buckets to get the gold. All right, let me finish this up and then I'll show you the results. All right, I'm almost finished the bucket. That probably took about 15-20 minutes. You can see they're actually good sized scoops. It goes pretty quick. The 1/4 inch material toward the top of the bucket was about every 5 or 7 seconds. Once I started getting down to this 3/8 material, it was about every 10 to 12. So it's definitely a lot slower, but still 15 minutes to get through a 3/4 of a bucket is actually pretty good. Not really seeing much gold in there, but it's hard to tell. This is pretty dirty. I don't know why more manufacturers don't use white. In a low light condition, because it's cloudy out right now, I can see in there perfectly. The camera puts kind of a glare with this lens, but it's just amazing how good I can see in there. I can see where all the black sands are out. And again, I made this comment before. This first of the half of the box, I'm waiting for this to clear out. If I don't, and this is full of heavy material, and I go to put the next scoop on it, the gold's going to ride on top of it. So when I'm counting, you can go by seconds once you get a rhythm, but what I'm really watching for is that this first half to clear out. Minimum. You want to maximize even more gold capture, wait for the 3/4 of it to clear out. The more features that are exposed at the bottom, the more chances the gold's going to drop into them. So everybody's different. Their feed rates, the materials. So I don't want to just say, oh, every 5 seconds you can put a scoop in. You really got to watch the box to clean out. And again, with the white, it makes it so much easier. I can instantly see when it clears out, as you can probably see too. I think that's about it. Put the last scoop in, and give it a few seconds, and then shut off, and hopefully there's something in it. All right. Got a few sticks and twigs in there. A lot of rocks. A lot of the gold, the wording on the bottom, I actually put a bigger taper on the sides so rocks don't get stuck in there as much, but the rocks are kind of jagged and sharp, so they're still sticking, but they should come out pretty easy. There's very little material in there. It's looking pretty good. That's capturing, my exit sluice is capturing some stuff. So hopefully I don't see gold in there, but if any did get through here, I'll know, I should know right away. Let's take a look. I mean, the gold was small, so it is going to be tough to see in here. I have yet to find any big pickers or anything in this area, but doesn't mean they're not. I had a little, adjusted that little finger pickouts so that the tray actually comes out, or the lens. And I am not seeing anything, but there's still a lot of material in there. It could be hidden underneath some of that garnet. So let me get this into a pan and then I'll show you the results. Well, would you look at that? Just so for reference, there's my finger. That was one bucket, and the Goldbox caught all that. There was actually, like say these two small ones right here, I actually found that in this little exit sluice. So I actually, I mean, it's well over 90%. That's probably like around 99, 98% capture rate. This thing actually works really good. I might actually start making these and printing these for online. It actually has, I forget what I put on here, 6 or 8 degree taper to it already. And it's a perfect size for that, for the tailing chute. I can scale it down for if people have bought the smaller Goldbox that I've been selling, I can scale this down so they can have a next printout one, or maybe I'll start including them in the kits just so people can practice, you know, the settings until they dial it in perfect. But I mean, there's some nice pieces in there, but what I'm really interested in is the small ones. That's actually a lot. That's a lot for one bucket here. Again, like, I mean, it's these little tiny ones that it's catching is what's really impressing me. Because I was feeding that material really fast, so to see the little small stuff still settling out is an awesome sign. And you can see the features. One thing I added, if you notice on the sides, see the little bump outs? Originally, I just had one on the bottom. You see right there. But the problem is, if the gold's small and floating high, I need some turbulence further up. So I started adding these bump outs. And that's the cool thing with 3D printing. You can it'll pretty much print anything you design. I actually added a taper on the bottom to help printing, so I don't have to use supports. Anybody that prints knows what I'm talking about. But just to show you some of the features, I'm going to add a few more spots for gold to settle out, but it obviously, as I show in the pan, it's actually working really good. I did have a few pieces underneath here, real small, so you always want to clean this out every few times. I just did it this once. One issue I am having, make sure I don't lose that. Where is it? And I'm working on this. I can't find a way to stop this from happening, but these T connections are tapered on the top. I don't know if you can see in there. See how the material gets stuck to the side? Either I'm going to design a washer or spacer in here that comes with the kits to taper it more to go into the center. It's not a big deal. You just got to know there's little spots here and there, you know, where this actually goes in here. It can create a little gap and the gold will settle there. You just got to know when you're cleaning this out, there's other spots the gold can settle. It's capturing it. I'd rather see it all in the tray, but there's a few other spots where it could capture it, so you just got to be wary. But again, I am really impressed. I am on a really good spot. It was only 3/4 of a bucket of mostly 1/4 inch classified, down to in the bottom was 3/8. Like I said, there was a nice clay layer in there. I got a pretty good hole going, so I hit the clay layer there, so I'm gonna work my way around and just try to find some more. I should be able to run another 2 or 3 buckets before it gets too dark or wet. It was actually spitting rain a little while ago, but it stopped, so I'm actually glad. But let me get back to it. I got a whole inside bend here, which I am loving, because I'm in just one little spot and I'm finding all this gold. So this might have to be a few weeks of coming back here to get all this stuff. Which I can zoom out a little so you can see how much area or real estate I have to work with here. I have this whole inside bin right here. and it's showing all kinds of gold. Obviously, the gold will probably get smaller as it comes down here, but I still have more further up I can dig, and so hopefully nobody recognizes where I am, because otherwise this place is going to get pretty popular. But so far, I'm really liking this area. Like I said, I know there's gold here. It's just always trying to find that magic spot. You know, I did a bunch up there, getting specs, and then finally get down here, and those were inside bends too. So it's not like it's just inside bend is a guarantee. But what I usually like to look for, give you a little tip, is a long straightaway. When you get a long straightaway of water, this builds up a lot of momentum. It'll start moving big boulders, and then as soon as you get that first inside bend, it's going to be the first place it drops out. I mean, the force of this thing, just to show you, those rocks are massive. Those are bigger than me. That's almost the size of a vehicle down there, and that pushed them up onto that bank. So there's some big rocks around here. So this thing's got some massive momentum when this thing floods. And I've been here when this river floods. I'm 6 feet tall, and it's been over my head, and I'm standing right here. So I wouldn't even be able to come close to this during the big flood. But let me set back up. I got a bunch of buckets to run. I'll just keep running them, showing the results, showing the results. You've already seen this thing running enough. So let's find some more gold. This is turning into a great day. I just ran another bucket. Some really good gold again. I think there's some more pieces in this pan. But again, look at these small ones. That's what I'm love seeing, is the small ones. Not too bad. I didn't find any in the tailings. Doesn't mean I didn't have any. But one thing I just noticed is this inlet. I have it purposely nicking this wall, and it creates a vortex. And it's worked on the other gold boxes, but I must have protruded this too much, because I'm noticing, well, probably because I'm also filling more material in here. But as the material gets more packed in here, I'm seeing it actually vortex this way and out that exit chute. Because I would say on average I was losing maybe 1 or 2% of the gold, which, you know, is good. But the other gold box was about 0.5% of the gold is pretty common. So I was actually surprised. Well, I'm glad I picked up on it. So from now on, there's actually going to be a wall here to force it to come this way and all the way around. And then the capture rate should be up to around 100%. But I'm still on the gold. This is actually, it's actually worse. A little worse than what I just was showing earlier. Nice gold though. Nice pieces. Like I said, there's probably a few more. Yeah, there's actually a few more pieces in there. I'll have to pan that better. But what I did is I went a little further that way, and the pieces got a little less, not much. So I am going to work this way toward me, either another 1 or 2 buckets, and then that might be it. It's getting late. I get a long ride home, and it keeps raining and almost sounds like thunder. So I think I've had a good day so far. I'm not going to complain, but I definitely have time for at least 1 more bucket, but I think I can do 2. So let's get back to it. Just finished up a couple buckets full. I hit this area pretty good. There's still tons more to do. I'm gonna have to come back, but that's pretty much it. I got to pack up. I want to fill in this hole so no one knows I was here. But just to show you how great the gold box was today. It's been a while since I've had a good day like this. That's today's find. About 4 hours of actual processing material, maybe 5 buckets. I know in some areas of the country this is just okay. In New Hampshire, the Northeast, this is really good. This is amazing for that short of time. It's got some of the stuff, I mean, really nice gold. It's got some nice size to it, but these little pieces, that's what really I'm focusing on. That's impressive that I'm able to catch all those too. It's easy to catch the big stuff. The little tiny stuff, that's a little more tricky. So this gold box was just amazing today. I pointed out the issue I'm having in the corner here. I'm going to fix that. But overall, I'm really happy. I think it's done. I'm going to tweak a few more things, do some quick testing at home. But that is done, I'm going to start printing them and get them ready to start selling real soon. So keep an eye on my Facebook page, my website, and I'll probably put up a video here too. Disclosing the prices once I lock that in, and when they're going to be ready for sale. But even if you can't afford one of these or any other pieces of gold prospecting equipment, pick up a pan, a little classifier and a pan, and just get on the river. I mean, this is just, it's amazing what it does to your soul. It's just such a recharge, especially if you had a long, rough week like I did. Within an hour, I didn't even care anymore. I got a tough week coming up this week, and I'm ready for it. So yeah, get out there and prospect. It's a fun hobby. It can be very rewarding, but it's just great for just your inner soul too. So again, great day. This is one of the best days, one of the better days I've had. Actually, that's probably the most gold I've found in that short of period of time. Usually this is a full 8 to 10 hours or whatever on a okay spot. So definitely found a great place for future prospecting. I knew this river had gold, but this is when you hit the spot where it really accumulates, man, does it pay off. But that was awesome today. I am so happy with that. Like I said, a few more tweaks and that's it. That's done. It's done. So look forward to or look for it coming out soon. And until next time, like I said, try to get out, get a pan. If you can't get equipment, there's usually gold pretty much everywhere. Just get out and enjoy in nature. I mean, you gotta. That's all I gotta say. You gotta get out there, have fun. Staying at home is depressing. This is awesome. So until next time, get out and have fun.